Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Personal Growth Talks podcast. I'm Jason, your host, and today, as always, I'm here with my amazing co-host, Julia. We're so glad you're joining us. In this podcast, we talk about topics that help you improve yourself and become the best version of you. Today, we have a really interesting topic: why personal growth matters. This might sound like a big subject, but don't worry. We're going to keep it simple and fun, so even if you're just starting to learn English, you'll be able to follow along and learn something valuable.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here with us. Jason and I believe that personal growth is something everyone should learn about, no matter where they are in life. It's about improving little by little, every day. Maybe you want to feel more confident, learn a new skill, or just understand yourself better. That's all part of personal growth. We're going to break down what personal growth is, why it's so important, and how you can start your own journey toward it. And don't worry, we're here to make sure everything is clear, easy to understand, and fun.
That's right, Julia. We know that learning English and learning about personal growth at the same time might feel like a lot, but we're here to guide you step by step. Think of us as friends having a chat about life. By the end of this episode, we hope you'll feel inspired and ready to start working on your own growth, even in small ways.
Exactly. We're here to make things easy and to encourage you. Today, we'll cover what personal growth means and why it's important for you. We'll also share some simple ideas for getting started. So, if you're ready to take the first steps on your personal growth journey, let's dive in together and discover why personal growth matters.
All right, let's start with the basics. So, Julia, when we talk about personal growth, what does that actually mean?
Good question, Jason. Personal growth is all about improving ourselves little by little. It's about learning new things, becoming better at things we already know, and finding ways to live a happier and more fulfilled life. Think of it like planting a tree. At first, the tree is small. But with water, sunlight, and time, it grows stronger and taller. We're kind of the same. With some effort and patience, we can grow too. In our minds, skills, and even our hearts.
I love that example, Julia. So for everyone listening, personal growth isn't just about learning big, complicated things. It can be as simple as learning a new word in English each day, practicing a small skill, or even building confidence to talk to new people. It's about becoming a better version of yourself step by step.
Exactly. Personal growth is something we can work on in different areas of life. For example, maybe you want to get better at studying or build a new habit, like reading a little every day. Or maybe you want to improve how you talk to others, especially if you're learning English. Each time you make an effort to learn or practice, that's personal growth.
So true, and it's important to remember that personal growth is not about being perfect. It's about making progress, even if it's small. Small changes can add up to big improvements over time. For instance, if you learn a new English word today and another one tomorrow, by the end of the month, you'll know a lot of new words. That's growth.
Yes. Personal growth is really about taking small, positive steps to be a little better than you were yesterday. So remember, even small efforts count. Whether it's studying, practicing English, or just learning something new about yourself, every bit helps you grow.
All right. Now that we know what personal growth is, let's talk about why it's important. Julia, why do you think personal growth matters so much?
Great question, Jason. Personal growth is important because it helps us live better, happier lives. When we work on personal growth, we're learning and improving ourselves. This makes us more confident, helps us handle challenges better, and even brings more opportunities our way. For example, if you're learning English, every new word or sentence you learn makes it easier to communicate with people and understand more things. Little by little, you feel more capable, and that builds confidence.
Exactly, Julia. Personal growth is also important because it helps us deal with changes and challenges. Life can be unpredictable, and sometimes we face hard situations. When we're always growing, we become stronger and more flexible. Think of it like this. When you practice and learn, it's like building a toolbox. Each new skill or piece of knowledge is a tool that can help you when you need it.
Yes. And personal growth can also help us feel happier and more satisfied with our lives. When we're growing, we feel proud of ourselves and motivated. It's a great feeling to know that we're improving, even if it's in small ways. For example, if you set a goal to read one page of an English book each day and you stick with it, you'll feel proud of yourself. You'll feel that you're achieving something.
Absolutely, and personal growth also helps us connect with other people. When we're learning and improving, we have more to share with others. We feel more comfortable talking to people, especially when we're confident in what we know and can share ideas or help others with what we've learned.
So, to sum it up, personal growth is important because it helps us feel stronger, happier, and more confident. It opens doors to new opportunities and brings us closer to others. It's like investing in ourselves. The more we grow, the more we get out of life.
Now that we know why personal growth is important, let's talk about some simple ways to get started. Julia, what's one easy way for beginners to begin their personal growth journey?
Great question, Jason. A simple way to start is by setting small, realistic goals. For example, if you're learning English, you might decide to learn one new word each day. It doesn't have to be a big goal. Small steps are powerful because they're easier to stick with, and they build up over time.
I agree, Julia. Another way to start is by reading or listening to things that inspire you. It could be an article, a podcast, or even a short book in English. You don't need to understand every single word. Just try to get the main idea. This helps you learn new things and practice English at the same time.
Absolutely. And here's another tip. Reflect on your day. Take a few minutes to think about what went well and what you can improve. Maybe you had a good conversation in English, or you learned something interesting. Reflecting helps you see your progress, which can be really motivating.
That's a great one, Julia. Another idea is to find a routine. For example, you could spend 10 minutes every day practicing English or learning something new. Having a regular routine makes personal growth feel more natural and part of your day.
Yes. And remember, personal growth doesn't happen overnight. Be patient and celebrate the small wins. Each small effort you make counts and brings you closer to your goals.
That's a great one, Julia. Another idea is to find a routine. For example, you could spend 10 minutes every day practicing English or learning something new. Having a regular routine makes personal growth feel more natural and part of your day. Let's make it personal now, Julia. Do you have a story about your own personal growth journey?
Sure, Jason. So, when I first started learning English, I was really shy about speaking. I remember a time when I had the chance to talk to a native English speaker, but I was so nervous I didn't say much. Afterward, I felt disappointed, like I missed a big opportunity. But instead of giving up, I decided to start practicing a little bit every day. I'd talk to myself in English, practice in front of a mirror, and slowly I began feeling more confident. Now, I can have conversations in English without that same fear. It took time, but those small steps really helped me grow.
That's such a relatable story, Julia. I think a lot of people feel that way when they're learning a new language. For me, personal growth happened when I decided to start reading. I wasn't much of a reader before, but I wanted to improve my knowledge and vocabulary. So I started with just 5 minutes of reading a day. At first, it felt like a small effort, but after a few months, I found myself reading longer and even enjoying it. It's amazing how a small habit can turn into something meaningful over time.
Exactly, Jason. Personal growth doesn't have to be fast or perfect. Sometimes it's just about showing up, even if it's a little bit each day. I think it's important for our listeners to know that personal growth can look different for everyone. It's okay to take it at your own pace.
Yes. So, whether you're practicing English, starting a new habit, or learning a skill, remember it's the little things that add up. These small, steady steps really do make a difference in the long run. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode on why personal growth matters. We've covered a lot, haven't we, Julia? From understanding what personal growth is to why it's so important, and even a few ways to get started.
Yes, Jason. And hopefully, our listeners now feel more inspired to start their own personal growth journeys. Remember, personal growth isn't about making big, drastic changes all at once. It's about taking small steps, like learning a new English word each day, reading a little more, or trying to speak with confidence. Those small efforts can lead to big changes over time.
Exactly. And as we shared in our stories, both of us had to start small too. Growth takes time and patience, so don't be too hard on yourself if things don't happen overnight. The key is consistency. Even a few minutes each day can make a big difference in the long run.
Yes. And remember, personal growth doesn't have to be perfect. Some days you'll make great progress, and other days might feel a bit harder. But every effort counts. So if you're listening and thinking, I want to try, go for it. Start with something simple and stick with it.
We believe in you. Start today. Whether it's setting a small goal, reading a page in English, or just reflecting on one good thing about your day. These small steps can add up and help you feel more confident and capable.
Thanks for listening, everyone. And remember, personal growth is a journey, not a race. Take it one step at a time and enjoy the process of becoming a better version of yourself. We're here to support you along the way, and we can't wait to hear how your journey goes.
Yes, and if you like this episode, feel free to share it with a friend who might enjoy it too. And stay tuned for more episodes on personal growth, learning, and self-improvement. Until next time, keep growing and keep learning.
Bye for now, everyone. We're excited to see you on this journey. Take care and keep making progress.